Hey y'all, there's a mega carrier out there that's asking the FMCSA for an exemption. Yeah, a mega carrier. We all know who Werner Enterprises is, right? They're a mega carrier. They've been around for a long time. One of the things they're known for is training their own drivers, right? They have schools all over the country. They're partnered up with Roadmaster driving schools, and they have schools all over the country, bring guys in, and they say they graduate about 6,500 new drivers every year. The rule that they want exemption for is this: a commercial learner's permit driver. You just have your permit, you don't have your CDL. You have to have a licensed CDL holder with all the applicable endorsements sitting in your passenger seat when you're driving. Before you pass your skills test, after you pass your skills test, you have to have that in there, right? That's the rule. They want an exemption for that from that rule, and here's why. They say that they hire these drivers, they get them through school, and they've passed their skills test, but the school they went to is in a state that's not their domiciled state. They have to find a way to get that person back to their state, do all the documentation to get their hard copy permanent CDL before they can put them in a truck and start hauling freight. Now, they said this used to not be a problem because they used to issue temporary CDLs. So you could take your skills test at the school, get issued the temporary CDL, get in a Werner truck and start hauling freight, but they send you back to your home domicile state to get your CDL documentation done to get the permanent CDL. They don't do that anymore. They don't issue temporary CDLs anymore. So they're having a problem. They're saying they're graduating these guys, they passed their skills test. Now they either have to put them in a truck with another driver to get them home to do their CDL stuff, or they have to let the driver get his own way home, and it's just a big delay on being able to get these guys on the road hauling freight. I can see that, right? It takes time. It might take a week or two. Get home, make an appointment at the DMV, get your CDL, and then go to the terminal, get assigned a truck, and start hauling freight. Now, they said that the reasoning for this is it's expensive, and it's delaying these guys getting on the road, and they also use the excuse of truck driver shortage. We have a shortage of truck drivers, and this is just making it longer before these guys can get out on the road and start hauling the freight, so it's making the supply chain even worse. Now, this brings up to me even a bigger question. When I was back in a long time ago, I drove for CFI. I didn't go to driving school. I was experienced, so I went to orientation and started working. But they hired a lot of students straight out of school. They didn't have their own school, but they hired a lot of students straight out of school. But they did not hire them out of school, put them in go to orientation, put them in a truck, and send them on their way. They had to go with a trainer for several weeks. I don't remember what the minimum time was. Whenever that trainer decided that this guy was safe enough to be out there by himself, and then they teamed him up with another trainer-approved driver, and they'd run team, so they'd had two heads to figure out things as they came up, try to figure out the problems, not being out there all by themselves. And after that sufficient time, then they sent them out on the road by themselves. Now, it sounds to me like Werner nowadays is graduating drivers, getting their skills test done, and giving them a truck and sending them on their way. Now, do you work for Werner? Did you drive for Werner? Did you go to their school? Is this how they are doing it now? Or am I missing something? From everything I've seen, that's what they're wanting to do. Send them right out. But they put in for that exemption, and they got it. Starting on March 31st, I think, which is going to be realistically tomorrow for me, but when you see this, it'll be last week. they're going to have that 5-year exemption to where they can do what they want to do. Get these guys their skills test passed, send them home in a truck to get their CDL stuff done without the other driver in the seat with them. You think maybe they got the exemption? If they don't have any major problems, this may go maybe a whole new FMCSA rule change. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me what you think about this in the comments. Do you have an experience with this situation? You know anybody who does? Let me know in the comments. Stick around, watch some other videos I have about CDL rule changes. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. And if you have subscribed, I really appreciate it. And we'll see you later.